I won't do anything if I don't risk being embarrassed. Like now, I want to fight this young motherfucker.
Mike, I love you, but I'm gonna take your throne, brother.
Netflix recently dropped an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at Mike Tyson's intense training regimen as he prepares for his much-anticipated fight against Jake Paul. The footage reveals a side of Tyson that fans haven't seen in years. His intense focus, relentless work ethic, and the raw power that made him a legend in the boxing world.
Why are you doing it? What in your soul made you say yes to this moment?
Because I wanted to. Simple as that. My fight with Jake Paul is coming to Netflix. That means even more people will be able to see me knock him out.
For many, Tyson's return to the ring at age 57 feels almost surreal. Here's a man who, decades past his prime, is pushing himself harder than ever. Tyson's desire to win and to remind the world of his strength and skill is palpable in every frame.
It's just like that.
This video isn't just a typical sports promo, it's an intimate, gritty look into the path of a fighter who has everything to lose but refuses to back down. The footage gives fans a ringside view of the challenges Tyson faces as he prepares to fight a man half his age. His training is visibly grueling, packed with moments of sweat-soaked exhaustion, unwavering focus, and an intensity that underscores his commitment to making this fight more than just a boxing match.
Man, he's looking really, really good. I'm definitely a little bit crazy, and I'm definitely a little bit scared. You know, this is the toughest fight I've had to date against the most experienced opponent. It's at heavyweight, and Tyson's dropping people in sparring. He looks the best shape and the strongest he's ever been is what his coaches are saying. And so I know on November 15th it's going to be a war, but I just plan on outboxing him and showing the world what I'm capable of and coming alive in the moment and knocking out one of the best ever.
For fans, the video stirs both nostalgia and excitement. Seeing Tyson throw those powerful punches, shadowbox with the same fierceness that characterized his early career, and train as though he were 25 again creates a sense of anticipation that's hard to ignore. Netflix's behind-the-scenes glimpse into Tyson's preparation has transformed this fight from an interesting headline into a highly personal, emotional event. It's not just about Tyson's physical strength, it's about the mental and emotional path he's willing to endure, reminding the world that at his core, he's still the fierce competitor who once dominated the ring.
Nice left hook. Up. Was good for today. Yeah. I took it. You sure? Yeah, me too. You fucking sure? Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. You sure? Yes. Fuck with me, it's all right? Yes. Let's do this. You did great. We're done. Great idea. You sure? Yes. Yeah. Chris, I got a lot in me. Let's get started.
Mike Tyson's path back to the ring hasn't been a smooth one. The original date for his fight with Jake Paul had to be postponed due to an unexpected injury. For most fighters, particularly someone of Tyson's age, such an injury might have been a deal breaker. But Tyson's reaction was different. Rather than viewing the setback as a sign to slow down, he treated it as a temporary obstacle, one that would make his return even more meaningful. In the Netflix footage, you can see that Tyson's approach to training is driven by something deeper than just a desire to compete. This is a man fighting against time, against the limitations of his own body, and against the expectations of the world. Tyson isn't simply training to prove he's still physically capable, he's pushing himself to the limits to show that age and injury are no match for the power of a determined mind. The significance of Tyson's determination is particularly striking when you consider the path he's already been through. Rising from a difficult childhood in Brooklyn, Tyson clawed his way to the top of the boxing world, only to face a series of personal and professional challenges that threatened to overshadow his achievements. Yet every time life knocked him down, Tyson found a way to rise. This fight in many ways is another chapter in that story, a testament to his resilience, his indomitable will, and his refusal to let circumstances dictate his legacy.
Movement's great, agility is great.
13, 14, breathe.
Conditioning is amazing, power is unbelievable.
Nice one.
That was the best we've seen him yet. It's gonna be a rough night.
His decision to continue with the fight, even after an injury, highlights his relentless pursuit of greatness. Tyson isn't content to rest on his laurels. He's here to prove that he still has what it takes to be the best, even against the odds. In stark contrast to Tyson's storied career, Jake Paul's entry into boxing has been nothing short of unconventional. Originally known as a social media star, Paul's rise to boxing fame has been met with equal parts admiration and skepticism. His route from YouTube personality to professional fighter has taken place in the public eye, marked by brash confidence, high-profile bouts, and a determination to be taken seriously as an athlete. But stepping into the ring with Mike Tyson presents a challenge unlike any he's faced before. Paul is no stranger to self-promotion, often presenting himself as fearless and undaunted by any opponent. However, the reality of facing Tyson, a man who once struck fear into the hearts of even the most seasoned fighters, has forced Paul to confront his own vulnerabilities. In interviews and social media posts leading up to the fight, Paul has admitted feeling nervous, acknowledging the gravity of stepping into the ring with a legend like Tyson.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are, wondering, Jake, why are you doing this? Like, even if you beat him, they're going to say, oh, he was old or whatever. But to me, Mike Tyson wanted to fight me. That is an honor. He's one of the most famous boxers in the world to ever do it. Him, Muhammad Ali. And to step in there with someone of his nature is an honor. It's a dream come true, and it's going to be a spectacle on Netflix. 700 million people, Dallas, Texas, AT&T State.
This admission, rare for someone as self-assured as Paul, adds a layer of complexity to his preparation. He's not just fighting to win, he's fighting to overcome his own fear, to prove to himself and the world that he belongs in the ring. Paul's preparation for this fight also includes a physical shift that adds another layer of uncertainty. He has chosen to move up to the 200 plus LBS weight class, a weight he has never fought at before. This changes both a strategic decision and a potential risk. On one hand, the added weight could increase Paul's punching power, giving him an edge in terms of raw strength. On the other hand, the extra pounds may slow him down, compromising his agility and making him more vulnerable to Tyson's swift, calculated attacks. For Paul, this fight represents an opportunity to validate his boxing career in a way no other match could. Facing Tyson is a bold move, one that signals Paul's ambition and his willingness to put everything on the line, but it's also a test of his resilience, his ability to adapt, and his mental toughness. Moving up in weight class isn't a decision any fighter takes lightly, and for Jake Paul, this shift to the 200 plus LBS category brings both physical and mental challenges. In boxing, every pound counts, and adding weight can fundamentally alter a fighter's style, endurance, and responsiveness. For Paul, the decision to bulk up represents a calculated risk. The additional muscle mass may increase his power, allowing him to deliver stronger punches, but it also threatens to slow him down, compromising the speed and agility that are crucial in facing an opponent like Tyson.
Jake Paul has bulked up to over 230 pounds ahead of his fight with Mike Tyson. And he looks huge, especially in contrast to his appearance at 185 pounds. This, combined with the training footage clips he's released, has many people believing that this will be a prime Jake Paul fighting a 60-year-old Mike Tyson.
I don't know if he's in his prime. He's fat. He should be lean and mean. He's fat and fun.
In training footage, Paul's added weight is noticeable, and it has raised questions among fans and fellow fighters. One of Paul's biggest critics, fellow influencer and boxer KSI, has publicly remarked that the added weight seems to have affected Paul's sharpness. KSI observed that Paul appears groggy and slower than usual, suggesting that the new weight might be compromising his usual speed and reaction time. These observations aren't just idle chatter, they speak to the very real possibility that Paul's attempt to gain power might come at the cost of the agility he needs to dodge Tyson's relentless attacks. Paul has been training rigorously to adapt to this new physique, but the added mass can take a toll on his stamina, making it more challenging to maintain his energy throughout the rounds. If Paul tires early or finds himself struggling to keep up with Tyson's pace, his decision to bulk up may end up being a costly mistake. The mental toll of adjusting to a new weight class can also be significant. Paul knows that his fans, critics, and even casual boxing observers are scrutinizing every move he makes, and he faces immense pressure to prove that this decision was the right one. In a fight against someone as experienced and calculating as Tyson, every advantage and disadvantage is magnified. Paul's success hinges on his ability to adapt quickly, to harness the power his new weight brings while compensating for any loss in agility. Jake Paul has been sharing clips of himself sparring, knocking down opponents, and landing powerful punches, likely as a way to prove he's prepared for the challenge of facing Mike Tyson. For Paul's fans, these videos are exciting, showcasing his growth as a boxer and his commitment to training. But for Tyson, these videos are little more than promotional material. Throughout his career, Tyson has faced some of the toughest fighters in the world, many of whom used similar tactics to try to get under his skin. Tyson's perspective on boxing is rooted in decades of experience, and he understands that training videos only tell part of the story. In the controlled environment of a gym, with hand-picked sparring partners and a familiar setting, fighters can look impressive.
I can't wait to watch it.
I'm going straight through him.
Woo!
He won't have to wait. He don't have to find me. All the running I'm gonna do is right at him. He ain't gotta worry about finding me.
Tyson's confidence going into this fight isn't based on arrogance. It's based on a profound understanding of what it takes to survive in the ring. He knows that no amount of social media hype or sparring footage can prepare Paul for the reality of facing a seasoned boxer with years of experience. Tyson has spent his life mastering the art of boxing, learning not only how to deliver powerful punches, but also how to stay calm under pressure, conserve his energy, and exploit his opponent's weaknesses. To Tyson, Paul's training videos are simply noise. They may impress casual fans, but Tyson knows that the true test of a fighter's skill, resilience, and mental fortitude comes only when they're standing face to face with an opponent in the ring. One of the most remarkable aspects of Tyson's preparation for this fight is the level of physical conditioning he has achieved at age 58. Tyson could easily have retired and enjoyed the legacy he built, but he's chosen to push himself beyond what most people his age would even consider. The Netflix footage offers a window into Tyson's dedication, showing him running grueling drills, lifting weights, and pushing his body to its absolute limits.
I can sleep now at night. This is great.
My mother died when I was 16. Right? I wonder if she came back to life, would she know who I am?
What's that?
My mother died at 16. If she came back to life, I wonder if she recognized me.
Yeah, she would. She would.
Yeah.
But she'd be proud of you. So you didn't end up staying in Brownsville.
In addition to the physical aspects of his training, Tyson's regimen includes mental preparation. He's fully aware that he's fighting a younger, possibly faster opponent, and he's strategizing accordingly. Tyson has always been known for his ability to read his opponents, to anticipate their moves, and to adjust his own tactics in the moment. This fight will require not only strength and endurance, but also the kind of mental agility that Tyson has developed over a lifetime in the ring. Tyson's iron will is on full display in his training. He's not merely going through the motions, he's preparing with the intensity and focus of a fighter who still has something to prove. To Tyson, this fight is an opportunity to show the world that his age is irrelevant, that his experience and his heart make him as formidable as ever. His preparation isn't just about proving he can still compete, it's about proving that he's still a warrior, still capable of going toe-to-toe with anyone, no matter their age or background. For Paul, the fight could turn into a battle of endurance, especially if Tyson is able to control the pace and bring the fight into the later rounds. Tyson's experience gives him a tactical advantage, allowing him to conserve energy and wait for openings. If Paul tires out early or struggles to keep up with Tyson's relentless approach, he may find himself in deep trouble. Tyson's training has been designed to prepare him for this very scenario, and his conditioning suggests he's ready to outlast and outthink his opponent. In the lead up to the fight, Paul has publicly admitted feeling nervous about facing Tyson. These admissions aren't just signs of humility, they reveal an awareness of the challenges he faces. While Paul's youth and confidence have carried him through previous matches, Tyson's presence represents an entirely new level of competition. For Jake, this fight could prove to be the most physically and mentally demanding challenge he's ever faced. Tyson's preparation, his experience, and his strategic approach to the fight suggest that Paul may be in for a long, grueling night. Tyson isn't stepping into the ring to play around. He's coming to prove a point, to remind the world of the power and resilience that made him a legend. This fight isn't just a match, it's a test of Paul's fortitude, and the outcome will likely hinge on whether he can handle the pressure and intensity Tyson is sure to bring. Whatever the outcome, Tyson versus Paul will leave a lasting mark on the world of boxing. It's a fight that will be remembered, not just for its outcome, but for what it represents: the unbreakable spirit of a legend, the bold ambition of a rising star, and the power of boxing to bring together two worlds in a battle for respect, legacy, and the love of the sport. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.